If you've been thinking about opening up a med spa or a longevity clinic, the next 6 minutes will save you weeks of research. And I'm going to show you how big this industry actually is and why the next 2 to 3 years are the window. And then I'm going to walk you through a calculator that shows what a clinic like yours realistically produce in its first year, month by month. My name is Liv. I'm the co-founder of InjectableBoost, and we've launched and grown over 150 clinics across 46 states. So nothing I'm about to show you is theory. It comes from real clinics and real campaigns. Now, let's start with the size of it. Medical aesthetics in the US was a $22 billion market in 2024, and it's growing 12 to 14% every single year. What does that mean? It means that by 2030, it passes $30 billion. But the headline number is not necessarily the interesting part. The interesting part is where the growth is happening. Look at cities like Austin, Nashville, Charlotte, Tampa. Population growth around 20%, and the med spa density is still pretty low. Now compare that with more maybe crowded markets like LA and Miami, which have 3 to 5 times the med spas per capita. And if that's your market, do not click away, because here's what those numbers actually mean and what they hide. Most of the med spas opening up today do not have the right foundation under the services they offer. No real system for getting clients in the door, no idea how to sell treatment packages and protocols. Maybe, they're good at injecting, bad at running the business. And that's the truth. That's a gap that you can walk straight into if you do it right. So in the growth markets, the opportunity is an open space. And in the big markets, it is out executing everyone who never built the business side. Either way, the demand is there. And here's why timing actually matters. Right now, in most mid-sized markets, competition is low. Patient acquisition through ads is still pretty affordable. Prime locations are still available, and good injectors and nurses are still more than hireable at reasonable rates. 3 years from now, every one of those might flip. More competitors in every market. That is known to be true. Ad costs in bidding wars. The best market locations will be taken, and your staff will be getting poached. The people who move while the window is open build the business that dominate their market, and the people who wait end up competing against them. There's also a shift happening right now that most people outside of this industry have not connected yet. Over 30 million Americans are on or seeking GLP-1 weight loss medications, semaglutide, tirzepatide. There's millions of people losing 40 to 60 pounds fast, and rapid weight loss creates a whole new category of patients. Loose skin that needs contouring, facial volume loss, what people call the Ozempic face, skin tightening. These patients spend on average $3,000 to $8,000 on treatments after the weight comes off. That wave is arriving at the med spa doors over the next 3 to 5 years at a rapid fire. And the clinics that exist when it lands, well, they're going to be the ones to catch it. That's simple. Now, why do med spas outperform almost every other small business that you could start? 3 reasons for this. First, margins. Well-run clinics operate at 35 to 45, sometimes up to 60% profit margins. Most service businesses would kill for that. Secondly, and this is the one that really matters, revenue compounds. Botox, as an example, or most injectables, brings a patient back every single month, or Botox every 3 to 4 months. Weight loss programs are monthly subscriptions. Peptides are monthly subscriptions. Fillers come back every 6 to 12 months. So every month, your new patients stack on top of the regular ones that you've already built. Now, your revenue does not grow in a straight line, it actually snowballs. And that reoccurring base is why this is one of the most recession-proof industries out there. When your revenue repeats on treatment cycles and monthly programs, memberships, your patients, they keep on coming back, even when the economy tightens. Third, and this is the part that almost nobody tells you, private equity has been buying up med spas for years now. Well-run clinics, real systems, and a loyal reoccurring clientele are a sellable asset that trade at high multiples. And buyers pay for exactly those 2 things, the systems and the clientele. So you're not just building an income, you're actually building something that you one day can exit. And instead of just telling you all this, let me show you. This is our med spa revenue and profit calculator, and it runs on the same funnel math that we use to set goals inside our clinics. Now, you start by simply picking your model. Let's start out with the growth clinic right here. A dedicated space with a small team. Then you set your numbers. The ad spend, as an example. Most of our clinics, they start out around $3,000 to $5,000 in monthly ad spend. And why? Well, it's because that is what generates them money, okay? Now, another thing is that your intro offer, you have to set that. Your overhead, your margins, your upsell rate, just like you can see right here, okay? A couple other things you gotta set would be your intro offer price. What do you get them in the door for? Upsell rate, monthly overhead, and the margins. And these are already preset to the industry standards amongst all of our clients. Now let's scroll down a little bit and look at your retention numbers, because this is where the compounding lives. How many patients become regulars, how often they visit, and how long they stay. And here's what it actually gives you: your monthly new patient economics. What do you actually get out of this? How much is your marketing producing for you every single month? And we have a conservative and a typical calculation right here. But not only this is only the front end. This is only from new clients that are coming in. What about the back end, you might think? Well, you also have a 12-month run rate, which is your new patients plus the entire clientele that you built along the way. Look at the difference. Month 12 looks nothing like month 1. And this table shows you exactly how to get from one to the other. And one thing I want you to notice, every result shows two numbers. Like I said, a conservative one first and then a typical one second. The conservative column cuts every assumption down automatically. Higher cost per lead, lower booking rates, lower upsells, smaller clientele. Because if a projection only ever shows you the best case, it is not a projection, it is a pitch. If the conservative number still works for you, your decision gets a lot easier. And now, here's the honest part. Those numbers only happen if patients actually walk through the door. And that's where most new owners fail. They spend everything on the build out and the equipment. They open up, sit there, pray, and hope that word of mouth will fill up the calendar. And I can tell you, it does not. The clinics that hit these numbers, they have a patient acquisition system from day one, even several weeks before they open. So they have a wait list of people just waiting to come in and get their treatments because they are now hyped up. This is exactly what we build. We run the ads. Our trained patient sales team answers every single lead within 5 minutes. We handle the follow-up. We fill your calendar while you focus on the clinic and the business side. And on the launch side, our Business in a Box program takes you from idea to open doors with everything: the structure, the setup, the staffing, the pricing, all of it done with you and for you. 150 clinics in, actually way more than that. We know exactly what this takes. So here's what I want from you. There's a link in the description that takes you to this exact calculator so that you can run your own numbers. And on that same page, as you can see here, you click right there, and then you can book a simple 15-minute intro call with us. We will quite simply look at your market, your budget, and your model together. And if we can help you achieve good numbers and help you launch, we will show you exactly what it looks like and what's entailed. Worst case, if it is not the right fit, we will tell you that too. The window in this industry is open right now. Link in the description, and let's find out what your market can do.